In today's episode, we're going to talk about shamanism with Karen April. When I said about shamanism, I'm talking about the power to work with the elements, correct? Mm-hmm. What else?
Oh gosh.
Now, can you explain us what's the core of the shamanism?
So the thing about shamanism is that it's a very personal experience. It's a personal relationship. It's a personal everything. Whereas like you think about typical religions or spiritual practices, all these things, they have a core group of rules or things that you need to follow, commandments. So many things are set in stone for what it takes to be involved with certain groups or certain religions. With shamanism, it's not like that. It's all about, for me, it's a relationship between the divine and the material world. And so, of course, that looks different for everybody. And there are things that have been passed down generationally for thousands of years, but that's not what makes a shaman a shaman. And that's not what makes a shamanic practice a shamanic practice.
What makes a shaman a shaman?
My belief, and again, I say this is very personal, so I don't want to tell anybody that this for sure is exactly what it is. But to me, what makes a shaman is a general agreement amongst the community where they call a person forward like, hey, we choose you. You are the shaman. So the shaman doesn't call themselves a shaman, right? The healer doesn't call themselves the healer.
Correct.
But the community, the family, the people outside, they go to that person and they all name that person.
Because in the end, we are all humans. We're souls, but we're in this earth experiencing things for our souls. And the level of experience is the same for everyone. So the fact that like a shaman maybe put more effort into or more attention into go through different experiences to like collect that thing.
Yeah.
Versus like someone that maybe it will not pay attention to this kind of matters until something specific is happening. It's so simple. Like, I'm a human being. We are human beings. We all live in this collective conscience on this earth. The only difference between you and me right now is that I am putting more attention into this stuff than you are. But that doesn't make me different. It's the same thing. Like if you collect, I don't know, baseball cards, you're going to be more knowledgeable in that aspect than me, period.
Right.
It's not, but we're all equals in here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Absolutely. Well, I was just thinking, one of the things that happens to get a person from being their normal person self to stepping into the role of a shaman, they usually, if not all of them, have gone through the dark night of the soul. And that is an intense experience where you die emotionally and spiritually, and all these different aspects of you go through this massive transformation. It's the walk through hell, through pain, through suffering, and making it to the other side. Where so many people, it's so easy to have a traumatic or horrific experience and to sit in the suffering and to identify with the suffering and to live the rest of your life as that wounded person. Whereas the shaman takes that pain, takes that suffering, and says, hey, I'm going to use this as my medicine. And they consume that and transform it, and they become greater than the pain. They move beyond the suffering, and they embody true, unconditional, divine love. And again, my perspective. But that's that's a really big part about stepping into a role of leadership and healing and support for your community, for the people, is you have to go through the crap yourself and get to the other side. You can't just read a bunch of books and be a self-proclaimed shaman or self-proclaimed healer or self-proclaimed leader and just say, you know what, I read everyone else's work. Everyone else did all the hard stuff, and now I have the knowledge, so I'm just going to preach based on that. That's not experience. That's not wisdom. You've been able to read and absorb and regurgitate someone else's magic, someone else's wisdom, someone else's medicine. No, what is your own? And so when I'm working with people and they come in for shamanic healing or spiritual counseling, my biggest focus is to help them become their own healer, become their own teacher, to help them find their own medicine so that way they can illuminate. Because it doesn't serve me and it doesn't serve the world for people to continue to look at me as the person with all the answers. It's not, it gets stuck, right? And so I want to empower people. I want to show people how they can find that wisdom, how they can find their own medicine, how they can empower themselves so that way they can come forward and teach me something, teach their family something, maybe even take over and have their own community, their own classes. That way the wisdom and the blessings and the love continue to expand and ripple out.
What kind of tip can you give us to things that we can use? For example, like a fire ceremony or shower, water yourself, or like use the wind or grounding. Go and what's like for those 4 elements? What kind of tip you can give us?
Absolutely. So with fire, that is such a powerful element to work with. So you can have fire ceremonies, or you could just use a candle. You could just have a little fire. So the fire ceremony is going to be more in depth, more intentional, but it doesn't have to be anything extravagant. Just using a flame and having the intention it makes the whole world a difference. So if you have something weighing heavy on you, or something that you're unable to move beyond, process, something that you're struggling with, or even something that you want to call into your life, you can use the fire. And I like to take a piece of paper and write down, whatever my intention is, or I'll just blow my intention into a stick. But you have your intention, what you're releasing, you blow it, you write it, and you give it to the fire, and you open yourself to the idea that spirit is going to work with the fire to transmute that release. And the smoke that you see and the ash that you see, that is your prayer. That's the transformation. And so what are you calling in? So if you're releasing your suffering, what are you calling in? Are you calling in a new relationship? Are you calling in courage? Are you calling in peace? Like what do you want? Because when you work with the elements and you work with your intentions, you are claiming your life. You are stepping out of the idea of victimhood, right? Life isn't just happening to you at this point. When you take the time and you sit with your desires and with the pain and you make the intention, you know what? I'm going to give this to God. I'm going to give this to spirit, and I'm going to call this forward into my life. Then you are in right relationship with spirit. And then you can release your worries and step into faith and just let spirit, let the divine start reorganizing your life to bring in that intention. And then with water, you can use that to cleanse your spirit, to cleanse your mind, to cleanse your body. Same thing, just being intentional, whether you're stepping into the ocean, into a pool, into your shower, into the bathtub. If there's running water, you can use your intention to say, you know what, I'm going to bring up all the pain, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, you bring it to the forefront. You're aware of your body. You're aware of your mind. You bring it forward and you let the water carry it away, carry it down the stream. If it's standing water, like you're in your bathtub or you're in a pool, you bring it up and out and you let the water teach you how to move with the flow, how to change shape so you can mold with your container. So that way you're not in resistant to everything that's happening. Because when you can go with the flow, then you bring your nervous system back into a parasympathetic state. And when you're in the parasympathetic, you think more clearly, right? When you're stressed, you can't think. When you're overwhelmed and you're anxious, you can't think straight. So getting yourself to be like water and to surrender and to just move with the flow, to be gentle or fierce, however you need to be, whatever aspect of the water you need to call forward, then you calm down. Then you enter this state where you can make a clear decision. You have clarity. And with the wind, I love using the wind when there's something that I just need. It's so sweet when I need a reminder that spirit's there. You know, when I need a reminder that the angels are real, I like to stand outside and just pray and talk to God. And when I feel the wind blowing, I believe it's the angels and the spirits coming to hug me and to show me, like, we see you, we hear you. It's so sweet. And with the earth, this is a great one. So when things are just weighing heavy on you and you have a backpack filled with stones and you're just tired and tired and tired, you can go out to the earth and give all of your worries down to Mother Earth, because she knows how to transform heavy hucha and negative energies and heavy emotions. She knows how to take nastiness and mulch it and turn it into nutrients, turn it into life, right? So anything that you just need to like give away and surrender and ground yourself, just give it to Mother Earth and she'll take all of your worries, all of your stress just as well. And you know that she's going to bring forth new life. It's so good.
I love the wisdom. I love the knowledge. This is my friend Karen. Karen, present yourself, please.
My name is Karen April. I am the owner of Anahata Healing Center. And here at the center, we have yoga and shamanic healing, Reiki, medical massage, Thai massage, art therapy, and much more. And right now we're in the art room.
What's the name of the center?
Anahata Healing Center.
Where are we?
We're in Fort Mitchell, Northern Kentucky.
Northern Kentucky.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your knowledge. You're such a beautiful soul. I hope we see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for paying attention to this beautiful interview with my friend Karen April. Please like and subscribe to see more of this type of material. And remember, if you don't do the change, nobody else will do it for you.